Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Timely Action Hour. If you're new, my name is Aiden. I'm your host. This is the show where we talk about everything from comic books to Star Wars and everything in between. My last video, I did a reading recommendation list of trade paperbacks and graphic novels from my personal collection. And today I wanted to do a part 2 of that. And again, this is going to be in chronological order of release, story-wise. So, starting us off, we have Batman the Black Casebook. And as you can see, the stories that inspired Batman rest in peace. Then we have The Night Gwen Stacy Died from The Amazing Spider-Man. Following up with The Amazing Spider-Man, the original Clone Saga. Miss Marvel, This Woman, This Warrior. The Invincible Iron Man, Demon in a Bottle. The Amazing Spider-Man, The Death of Jean DeWolf. Although this was technically published in the Spectacular Spider-Man series. But, you know, that's what they say on the cover. Then we have Watchmen. Then we have The Amazing Spider-Man Venom. Then we've got this massive collection here. 3 trade paperbacks for the same story, The Reign of the Supermen. There's part 1, Funeral for a Friend, part 2, and part 3. You can also check the playlist that I'll be linking here with the reviews of some of these comics. Oh, I almost forgot. So this is from the 90s, 94 to be specific. This is from 1988, 1986, 1985, 1979, 1976, 1974, 73, mid to late 1950s. This is a compilation of Silver Age Batman stories. Get these on this chair here. Then we have Kingdom Come from 1996. Superman Red Sun from 2003. We have The Brave and the Bold Volume 2 from 2007. Civil War from 2007. Whatever Happened to the Caped Crusader from 2009. Justice League Origin from 2011. Batman The Court of Owls from 2011. And capping this off, we have Batman The Three Jokers from 2020. So these, as I said, are all books that I would definitely recommend that you purchase and read because they all have their merits. So the reason why I wanted to do these 2 videos in the first place is A, to just give you good books to read, and the other reason is because so many videos and people asking me have talked about, you know, people starting out in comics. I've been reading comics for basically my whole life, for over 20 years, because my father is a big fan of Spider-Man, and you know, he had a big collection of the comics, and he read me some of them as a little boy, and I started buying my own as a kid, and I just love comic books, and I've been around them for basically my entire life, so it just came easily for me. But for other people, they might not have the same experiences as me, so, they might see, I don't know, like the Avengers movie and really enjoy it, and then think, oh, these are based off of comic book characters. Maybe I'll read some of their comic books. And then they go to a comic book store or go to an online retailer and, see how vast their history is and be A, perplexed, B, overwhelmed, and C, lose interest. So this is a way for me to sort of break the ice for you and say, these are some books that you should definitely read if you want, just general information about the characters or just a really good story. So the last few books I recommended here were some modern ones. I'm not a big fan of modern comic books, but there are some gems in this coal mine, if you will. Bad analogy, but there are some good stories published in the last 10 years, but for the most part, I'm not really interested. I like more classic comics, stuff that I was reading as a kid in the 2000s or stuff even before that, because a lot of great stories came out, from the 1930s up until, now, and that's an incredible thing, but also it's a testament to the art form. It shows that people are still interested in these characters and in creating new characters. So, I only recently read Three Jokers, even though it came out a couple of years ago, and I thought that it was fantastic. The artwork was great, the storytelling was great, great attention to detail on both aspects of it, and for stuff like Demon in a Bottle, that's one of the most iconic, that's one of the two most iconic Iron Man stories. The other one is Armor Wars, and those are the two ones that people know. And for the longest time, Iron Man was a B-list or C-list superhero, and then the movie came out back in 2008, and people suddenly love him. I enjoyed the movie too, but I think that they're way better characters than Iron Man. Like there's Spider-Man, Hulk, Captain America, Thor, the Fantastic Four, heck, I'd even take Moon Knight over Iron Man, and I don't know much about him, but plus there's a show coming out about him on Disney Plus. I don't have Disney Plus, so I don't know if I'll be able to watch it, but I'm not that interested in Moon Knight, but Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, these are characters that are way better than Iron Man. But when I read Demon in a Bottle, I really enjoyed it, and it's drawn by John Romita Jr., and I absolutely adore John Romita Jr.'s artwork, so I would definitely recommend it just for that alone. But David Michelinie is a great writer. He created Venom with Todd McFarlane, and so there's another story that I've read written by him that I would recommend to you. Suffice it to say, comic books are an incredible art form that for the longest time were not taken seriously, but ever since these movies started coming out, people have started to take notice of them and appreciate them for their storytelling abilities, and for also for the appreciating the fans, because we've been around for so long that people tend to forget about us. But that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, then please click the like button, and if you haven't already, check out part 1 of this, and please leave a comment telling me suggestions that you have for new readers or for me, and tell me if you've read any of these books, if you enjoyed them, or just any suggestions or constructive criticisms. And if you're new, please subscribe. I do all sorts of videos mainly about comic books and Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, all sorts of nerdy things that I enjoy. And listen to the latest episode of my podcast that dropped at the time of recording. which is nearing the end of February, and also check out the links to my social media that I'll leave, and please consider going to patreon.com and supporting me for as little as $3 each month. You can get amazing benefits. You can message me directly. You can get updates about the channel. You can get early access to videos and episodes of my podcast. You can vote on polls on what I should talk about next, or just random polls that I think of, like who's better, this guy or this guy. You can also get merchandise like a shirt or a coffee mug or a sweater with my channel logo on it. And I just want to thank those who do support me. You guys are great. So thank you so much for listening. For listening to me ramble and watching this video. I had a lot of fun making it, and I sincerely hope that you have a wonderful day. You guys are great.